GF cheated on me with her abusive ex. At this point this is more therapy than a story, so enjoy, I guess. I don't know. 3 years and 6 months ago I met an amazing girl and we started dating 6 months after we met. Throughout the relationship she vaguely mentioned little things about her ex she was with before me, who she dated for less than a year, and from what I was told he cheated on her, assaulted her multiple times and just didn't treat her well, as she accepted it cause she claims her self-esteem and respect was low. Throughout the 3 years since we grew together in such amazing ways, and obviously we fought and made up as most couples do, she'd tell me issues and I'd work to fix them and vice versa, but I would say things were good for so long as I met her when life wasn't so great and she came up with me, where as of March 2023 I believed things couldn't get any better. At the start of 2023 she started going to a university where she was mainly isolated from her friends, so she made new friends, and I truly believe they're nothing about bitter, the ones that every solution to relationship problems is breakup type girls. But anyways, since February when she started getting a bit less communicative, text less etc. And I understood cause she had uni and I had work throughout. I worked 12-hour shifts 5 days a week, so I'm pretty busy, but I always made time for her, and shit kinda started hitting the fan start of April. My birthday is pretty early in April during her holiday period, and what was months of planning for a perfect birthday together turned out to be me going in for work cause she apparently had to go to the dentist. Suspicions grew, but I trusted her so I didn't pay too much attention to it. End of April she broke up with me and claimed it was due to her parents. Her parents never liked me due to my religious beliefs, which is nothing basically. I'm still confused about everything, but her parents took that as I'm a Satan worshipper, so you get the idea of her parents, they're those Christians. She said we could remain friends and I agreed cause I didn't want to lose such a presence in my life. But a few days later into May I started re-listening to old voice notes of hers where she mentioned her ex's name, and for literally no rhyme or reason I decided to search him on IG. Lo and behold, first result was him, and I saw a whole IG story highlights dedicated to her that dates back to start of April, and I realized she cheated, and if she didn't cheated there was emotional cheated and overlapped him with me. I kind of lost my head and confronted her about it. I would have liked to not have spoken and just left her alone, and throughout the first week of May she spoke to me in such a way that felt like 3.5 years of character background was erased in an instant, to the point where I've started to doubt everything about what she said and did over that time. And I know we're young, but I truly believed she was gonna be the one, as in she met my mom, would have met my dad and siblings on my birthday, met some of my best friends and more. As of July 2023 I found out since all of this she dropped out of uni, got into a car crash and now is unemployed, as well as her new, old boyfriend, who last night I realized is a wannabe SoundCloud rapper. And no, it's not it. Seeing her support all of that and stay in that honeymoon phase makes me feel so shit, cause I'm probably not innocent either, but she wouldn't give me reasons for why all this happened, and I can't for the life of me think of situations that could add up to this. It makes me feel not only just numb for the past 3 months but also just like a terrible human being. All my friends who are aware of the situation says otherwise, and that I didn't deserve this, but karma is a bitch, and I just wanna know if I did one really bad thing or if all my bad life choices decided to get me in the end. I've been through every stage of grief about 3 times so far and I'm losing my mind. I honestly can't take this anymore. If you made it this far, I'm sorry for all the grammatical errors, but thank you for reading. I just need to try everything to save me right now, and therapy is too expensive on a retail worker's salary. Comment. Sounds like karma came after her in a big way. Also sounds like she is a garbage person and getting her out of your life is a blessing. I'm sure it hurts a lot. She clearly cheated, most likely earlier than you think. Just assume she was never the person you thought she was and move on with your life. Good luck. 3 months is still a very short period of time. You gotta let yourself recover from everything you are dealing with. It takes time. Moving on is easy to say but much harder to do. Just gotta go back to the person you were before meeting her. Always remember what she did so it doesn't happen in the future. But try to move on with your life. Go out and enjoy life. Don't let one terrible person mess that up for you. I get that. Only thing is I liked who I was with her. Like before, and he was pretty boring NGL, but with her she made me so much better in every way possible, and I wish I could still say the same to her. Is kinda like take the good parts with me but leave everything behind. Relationships change people. You may feel even better with the next person. Just take some time for yourself. Don't just jump back into another relationship. Give yourself time to recover, but it will get better. It's only been 90 days. That's a very short period of time. Just remember that she had quite a head start on you. She had been checking out and moving on months before you knew anything was up. Give yourself the time and grace you will need. You can and will get over this and be in a better place. Next story 2. My GF is sleeping with other dudes for money. What should I do? I have been dating my GF for about 7 months. We met in Dubai and hit it off really well. Her living condition wasn't the best, and she always struggles with money. I was in Dubai for a month and we spent almost every day together. When I left, I didn't think she would want to continue talking to someone who lived overseas, but she would always try to call or text me, and since I wasn't too popular at home and I was getting attention from a cute girl, I decided why not keep in touch. After months of talking, I finally came back to visit and she was all over me the minute I came out of the airport. After catching up, she told me she got a new phone but was struggling to set it up, so I helped her. When I was helping, she told me her email and password and we started a family share so she can have access to Apple Music. One day I noticed she got an alert from Tinder and my heart dropped. I thought to myself, maybe I can live with the fact that she cheated on me long distance once, but to see she was getting alerts while I was still there hurt. When I went back to my temporary residency, I remembered I had access to her email and password. First I made a fake Tinder account to see if I could match with her, and after only 1 day we matched and started chatting. She sent a red heart, then went on to say money for S*X, and that hurt to read. I quickly deleted the account and then went to sign into her email and scroll through what she had verification codes for. She had multiple dating site accounts and had lots of matches. I slowly downloaded all the apps and signed in using her email, and for most of them they were old and she didn't meet up with all the people she matched with. Since those took place before we met, I could look past that, but when it came to Tinder I couldn't access her account due to it needing a phone number verification. Sometimes she goes to parties with her friends and I either stay home or visit family. We also have each other's locations, but I don't think she realizes that. Anytime she goes out I constantly check her location to see if I could catch her in the act, but with the poor connection that has been difficult. I also started thinking to myself, if I were to catch her cheating, what should I do? She's cheating because she is in need of money and cannot find a job, and I'm not able to provide for her. At the same time, it hurts a lot knowing that when I was gone she was with other people. I don't want to be alone again, but I don't want to stay with her knowing she is cheating on me. I want to confront her in person, but I don't want our relationship to end. Maybe I'm being blind, but I feel like she does genuinely like me. At this point, I don't know what to do. Update: I was unable to meet her in person because I got caught up with something, but I asked if she was meeting with people and she denied everything. Obviously, I know she is lying, but at this point, there is nothing there for me. I've decided I'm going to break up with her like I should have when I found out. Comment: if you are fine being with an escort, then fine. Just make sure you always use protection. Or you can look for a woman who is not selling her body. I'm not fine with it, but at the same time I think I'm too emotionally invested, so breaking up would be hard for me. Ask yourself, what would be harder, the constant pain of her always sleeping with other men for money? Or the breakup so you're free to find someone who won't cheat on you? If she gets paid to fuck, she is probably hot, so that's good for you. I don't really see the problem if that's how she makes money. It's not cheating. But it's pretty clear you're being a simp for her, so she's probably cheating on you for real too, and / or will eventually dump you for a more exciting guy. Next story 3. I don't know I should believe my when he says he didn't cheat. So for a little backstory, I, 22F, have been with my boyfriend, 23M, for about a year now. For the entirety of your relationship we have been long distance. He's in California in the Navy and I'm in Connecticut, where we are both originally from. For the most part our relationship has been good with little to no fighting. However, Due to past toxic relationships and experiences, I have developed pretty bad trust issues. I currently go to therapy to try and fix these issues, which he knows. So naturally, it's not my favorite thing in the world when he goes out. However, I'm not going to tell him what he can and cannot do, so I keep that opinion to myself. However, it has caused a few arguments in the past because he can sense that I'm not happy, and thinks I'm mad he's going out, which isn't the case. It's hard to explain. So fast forward to the 4th of July, he kept teasing the week leading up that he would come visit. He had a 4-day weekend, and not surprisingly he didn't. I however allowed myself to be delusional and think he would, so naturally I was upset. So when he told me he was going to a cookout with his friends, I got upset because I thought we might have spent the day together, but again I never told him he couldn't hang out with his friends or try to start an argument. But he noticed I started to text him less and he kept questioning it and then got mad when I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to wait until after he was done with his friends. Then a few hours has passed and he texted me that he was going out to a club to meet a friend's new significant other with people I have never heard him mention before. I told him I would like for him to talk to me before he goes out, so I can apologize for being a little distant. He told me no, that he was already out and couldn't do that. So he goes out and I tell him to text me when he's home. I wake up around 6 a.m. my time, 3 a.m. his time, and check his location, his idea to share not mine, and he's still not home and the bar's closed an hour ago, and I haven't heard from him. So I texted him and he told me that he went back to some 44-year-old homosexual couple's apartment to sober up before going home, his words not mine, and sends me video proof. He then proceeded to hang up on me and tell me he needed space so he can talk to these men about our relationship and get advice. He had also said that he stayed out long intentionally to make upset. We argue about that for a while and agree that we will talk about it after he's done with work. Before we talk, I look at Instagram and notice that his followers increased, and after doing some digging I found this girl's Instagram. She had posted something from the 4th, and when I scrolled I found a video of my boyfriend dancing while her friends do karaoke. In the comments of the post someone said, "Is this a soft launch of the new BF?" To which she replied, "Maybe, winky face." Then scrolling down one post, he liked a picture of her from the week before with her tits out in a bikini. My heart instantly sank and we got into a major argument, which was me screaming and him cowering. He swears he had randomly met her while doing karaoke and he has no idea why she would post that, and he just liked a random photo when he followed her. He was able to prove that he had just followed her that night. Since then he has fully deleted Instagram, even when I told him not to, and has paid for my flight to come see him and a getaway, as well as talk to me on foot every night. Some of my friends believe he did cheat and is just lying to me, while others don't think he would go to this length if he did cheat. However, in the past I have been naive enough to let something like this go for it to come back and bite me in the ass. But I also don't want to end a relationship that has made me happy to this point for nothing. Comment. A girl wouldn't post a video and say maybe he her BF or whatever of nothing happened. The friend saying he wouldn't go through these lengths if he cheated, it's called guilt, honey. He guilty he got caught cheating. And cheaters tend to go to extremes when caught. Like instead of deleting her he deletes the whole thing. I wouldn't waste any more time on him. Have you messaged the girl and asked for her side, because his math just isn't mathing? I believe he cheated. I hope for your sake I'm wrong. Message the girl and ask her. This relationship is not healthy at all. Neither of you are mature nor ready enough for a long-distance relationship. Don't take this as an insult, it's just that you both have a lot of growing to do. An in-person relationship is still questionable in my opinion, being that y'all are both triggered by the other's individualism, but that's not even the point here. The two of you have some serious growing to do, and just from what I'm hearing, it would be best for the two of you to go your separate ways. I've read nothing but toxic. A bit of advice, maybe don't seek out something serious or committed while you take the time to heal and get help from your last trauma. I'd been cheated on, and the best thing I could have done was only have FWBs while I regained my confidence and mended my broken heart. I didn't commit again until 5 to 6 years later. Also, with your jealousy/uneasiness and getting upset at him going out, that says a lot in itself that your trust issues aren't sorted and will more than likely lead to unhealthiness coming from your end rather than your partner's in the future. But I digress. Keep getting help, and work on yourself. Realize your self-worth, and know that finding the right guy is rare, and finding the right guy who won't cheat is even rarer these days. If you don't set a standard for red flags, then you will fall for men's lies over and over again. The fighting should have been sign enough that the relationship is going nowhere, but definitely take the time while you're single to go through every red flag you've seen in your experience. You will learn what is too important to ignore. Wish you the best, and don't let these disgusting cheaters bring you down and damage you beyond repair. They are not worth it. The fact that you don't cheat is a miracle these days. You will find someone with your same mentality, and when you do, you want to make sure you're ready to give them the respect and trust that they deserve, just as you should receive. Don't let these men make you toxic.